Very good. Right, well, we're going to test your ability to be organizer and composer here, because you try and keep me on track.
I will try my best. I'll try and keep you on script.
Not
But,
something I'm used to.
I mean, I end up going off script when I'm on my own, so we'll see how this goes. Right. So, this is JamsHams Judgement. If you don't want to know what it is, basically, this is the gist of it. Every week I'll be reviewing a thing, and it's an interactive podcast, so you boys in the chat, boys and girls, sorry, can chip in with your thoughts, feelings, questions, stories, anything you want to chip in, feel free. We'll try and discuss, keep you in the conversation, as it were. And to this week is a very special week because we've got our first guest. Not really a surprise anymore. It's BehavingBeardly. Say hi.
Could be a mistake. We don't know yet.
Yeah, very first guest. Very exciting. Very exciting. So yeah, today's JamsHams Judgement will be on something near and dear to all of our hearts: live streaming. And like I said just now, I'm sure you all have experience with some sort of live streaming, whether it be watching or streaming yourself or anything, even knowing vaguely what it is. I'm sure you do because you're watching one now. So yeah, that's what we'll be reviewing today. So, is there anyone in chat who doesn't know what streaming is, or?
It would be a little bit odd if there was someone on a Twitch stream watching a Twitch stream that didn't know what a Twitch stream was. What is streaming?
Is there anyone's mum watching that doesn't know what's going on, or? Dearie me.
Dandolph the Grey. Any tips for streaming around having kids? Make sure they're in bed when you start. That's always a good one.
Yeah, make sure they're all tuckered out before you start. Right. So I thought we'd. Oh yeah, this is going on YouTube, Fritz, as always. As always. I see you're fishing. You're fishing to plug my links. I love it. I love it. Yeah, these all go up on my YouTube channel as well after we're done. If you want to catch up on any. So I thought we'd start by saying why we each started streaming. So, Beardly, why did you feel you wanted to start streaming?
This could be a pretty long story, actually.
Oh.
Actually, it was never my idea. I didn't know what a Twitch channel was. And it's genuine. We're going back to about a year ago now. I mean, you'll probably know when I first started streaming, I used to co-stream with Mav,
Yes.
my friend. So he always wanted to do kind of create videos on YouTube, but it was like kind of how-to homebrew videos. And that's how we started. BehavingBeardly was a how-to homebrew channel on YouTube to start out with. And then a game called Sea of Thieves came out, which I got quite involved in, and that they had quite a big push on getting people to live stream on Mixer. So I only had an Xbox at the time, and they had the Mixer app, and I was like, "Ooh, what does this button do?" So I kind of launched the BehavingBeardly brand on Mixer as a bit of a casual. Oh, I'll just stream and see what happens. I joined loads of Sea of Thieves communities on Facebook and things like that, and my name kind of got out there for being just a bit wacky, dressing up as a pirate, while streaming on my Xbox. But then again, it was Mav that says, "Well, have you tried Twitch and Discord?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know what Twitch and Discord was."
What are they?
Exactly. And he goes, "Well, Twitch is like Mixer, but a lot bigger." So I was like, "All right, well." I thought it was a poor man's YouTube. I'll be honest.
So a scathing insult.
I mean, I know, but I didn't know. I didn't know any better. So I started out just uploading video clips to Twitch, thinking that's what you did. I didn't, and then I got a little tick box saying, "You are," saying that you've got access to the affiliate achievement. I didn't know what any of it was, but anyway, obviously at that point I started looking into it.
Affiliate without even knowing what you're doing. Wow.
No, seriously, I got the affiliate without knowing what the hell I was doing.
Impressive.
But no, I mean, and just talking about why I started, I wanted to get in. Me and Matt both wanted to get into YouTube, or it could be Twitch in anyone else's situation, for years. But we never bothered. We both waited until we was in a situation in our lives when it suited, because I think a lot of people don't realize how much time, effort, hours go into having a Twitch channel. So I waited until we had our little boy and I was on paternity leave because I planned to take a year off work.
All right.
And that was so that's why, too long, didn't listen. That's why I started reading, because there was an opportunity in my life when I could start streaming. That's why I waited till I was like, what am I now? 33? I'm 34 this year. I would have done this when I was 21 if I had the life or the chance in life, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, Dandalf. I've got a section on money coming up. We'll get onto that. I know that when you say anything about streaming to anyone, they're always like, "Oh yeah, money." It's always at the forefront of a lot of people's minds. So we'll definitely have a little section on that. But yeah, I started I watch Twitch all the time, and I not as an exciting story really. I just thought, hey, I could do that. I play games. Maybe someone will watch me play games. And turns out at least some people, do like seeing me play games and talk nonsense on a podcast, apparently. So yeah,
I think that's a big part of it, though. Is a lot of people do think, well, I'll play games anyway. I'll just Twitch stream, which is fine. But then you get the people. I mean, I get contacted a lot by people that say, well, Twitch streaming, why aren't I growing? I want to get bigger. I mean, I'm sure we'll go into that in a little bit. So then you start to explain to them everything you have to do outside of just Twitch streaming.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and say, oh, but I'm only doing it for fun. I'm just doing it because I'm gaming anyway. So it's like you need to kind of have that focus and knowledge when you first start. Are you doing it just for a bit of fun because you game anyway? Or are you actually wanting to grow a brand as a Twitch streamer?
Yeah, I sort of made the switch, I guess, must be about, properly about maybe a year ago, when I was like streaming on and off because I might as well, and then I sort of made the switch to, okay, this is going moderately well, I'm gonna put more effort into this and start to actually try and grow, and then that was a bit of a learning curve, actually trying to grow, and it's like, oh, what the hell is networking? Oh dear. I have to talk to people? Oh no.
Well, this could be quite good, because I think, I was saying this to someone earlier, me and you have got kind of very different kind of backgrounds, styles, attitudes to Twitch streaming, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what we both take from this whole little adventure, because like I said, I never knew what Twitch was, and then one day, 9 months ago exactly, I said, you know what, I want to be a Twitch streamer, forget YouTube and content creation, because I think Twitch suits my personality so much more than content creating for YouTube. I do not have the attention span to sit there, edit videos, upload them to YouTube. Whereas I think, there's certain people that are kind of very focused and are very good at that. I'm not. Whereas I've got, I've got the mentality of a 12-year-old. I'm excitable. I've got attention deficit. So I think I'm a little bit more suited to Twitch live streaming, to be honest. But it was 9 months ago, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try and do this, and that's when I actually started learning. Was when I went, you know what, I want to do this properly. I started to join a few communities, like you say, started to properly focus on networking. You're like, holy cow, I know nothing.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head there, Anto. YouTube and Twitch are different beasts, very different beasts. I did start a bit on YouTube, a few Let's Plays here and there, sort of testing out recording, but back then I was like on a laptop, it wasn't going well, it would overheat and shut down, so I was a bit limited, but now I've got a proper setup and stuff. I still kind of do YouTube, but purely, I think Beardly's the same, where you just upload VODs there if anyone wants to catch up or anything, because YouTube is probably better at the moment of having just videos that you can catch up on. It's easier to access, at least, I think.
Because and this is something that I'd like you to maybe either argue with me a bit or kind of agree. I have a lot of unpopular kind of opinions when it comes to Twitch and Twitch growth. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there that do how to grow on Twitch videos. Now, I have the unpopular opinion that the reason these YouTubers do these how to grow on Twitch videos is because YouTube is a bit of a dying I don't know, is kind of on its way, it's on a downward spiral. And a lot of these big YouTubers are moving over to Twitch, and they don't realize that it is a completely different beast, and they're trying to give these advice videos. But anyway, the number one bit of advice I always give is you need to grow a brand on YouTube and then bring it over to Twitch. Well, I can categorically confirm that is not what I've done. I had about 30 subscribers on YouTube up until about a month ago. It was only because one YouTuber decided to throw a lot of his viewers my way, and then they suddenly started following me on YouTube. But yeah, YouTube's always been non-existent for me.
Yeah, I mean, that advice, I think, would be good maybe 5 years ago when YouTube, especially like gaming on YouTube, was like the biggest thing in the world. And I guess in hindsight, they think, oh, that's the easiest way because that's what they've done. But starting from scratch, there's no point building up on YouTube purely to go over to Twitch. It doesn't make any sense.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think some of them maybe word it wrong. Use other platforms to grow on Twitch, but don't try and create a massive brand on another platform to bring to Twitch.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. And just because I think that Anto picked up on something we were talking about a minute ago about working with whatever equipment we've got. Yes, buddy. I started out using nothing but an Xbox and the Xbox app and a webcam. And that's how I started on Twitch.
Yeah, it's easy enough to start. Once you get a few people, and then you there's always, I think I can't remember who said this the other day, but they said basically there's always something you can buy to somehow improve your Twitch stream. I reckon I didn't write this in the notes, but I reckon the single most important thing is having a good microphone. I reckon if people can hear what you're saying without crackling and background noise, I think that is like the most important thing to help someone like rise above the other people that are just on here with bad headset mics and stuff. Like you don't even need a webcam even.
Well, that all depends on what style you want to go for. If you're an epic at games, if you're an awesome gamer, then yeah, fair enough. But if you're like me and a complete potato, the only thing people are going to ever click on your stream is if they're kind of cycling through all the Twitch streams in the thumbnails, and they're like, oh, look at this dude. His overlays look pretty colourful. He's got a Viking hat on. He looks very active because I can see what's going on the camera. And then they click. No one's clicking on my stream for good gameplay. And on the mic subject, yes, you need good audio, not necessarily a good mic. I'm using a $20 mic right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just before anyone goes running out to buy a $200 microphone, you just need the kind of software to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, this mic I only got for, I don't know, 50 or something. I got it second hand as well. It's fine. It's just it's just a USB one as well. It's fine, I think.
Oh, what did Bioptic say? I don't watch streams unless they are top notch at what they are playing. Well, you watch my stream.
He doesn't watch cameraless streams.
Oh, cameraless. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I think you've got, I don't know how many main types of streamers there are, but obviously you've got entertainment, which is what I aim for. I try. You've got people that are like really good at games, like either world class or competitive streamers, and then you've got informative and educational streamers, which again you wouldn't necessarily need a webcam for that either, but you'd need to have correct and good content, kind of educational wise.
Yes, well, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it basically, but yeah, I mean, I think I thought about this earlier, and I think I've spent more on trying to improve the stream than I've actually gained from stream, with all like the green screen, the microphone, the webcam, the lighting, a new mouse and keyboard to try and be a bit quieter on the mic. It's just I definitely spent a lot more than I've gained so far, so it kind of proves I'm not really in it for the money, more in it for the fun.
See, again, that's where our situations are very different. Obviously, I'm a husband and a father first, and this I cannot spend any income on this apart from what I earn on Twitch. So I've only bought equipment or anything for the channel that I've earned from Twitch.
Yeah,
so that's when I say I only started out with an Xbox and a camera, and then anytime I've earned anything, then it's been used to so everything I've ever done is always broke even, if that makes sense. I was saying to Miss Joe UK, who I think is your #1 donator, maybe still. I was talking to her after she dropped like a I don't know what it was, like a $300
pound donation to you. I was talking to her, she was on my stream, and I was like, well, you couldn't really pick many better people to donate to because you know you're gonna spend it on things to improve the stream. You're not just gonna like take it and, I don't know, buy a round of drinks at the pub or whatever. you can actually see like where the money's going.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important part of it.
Oh, welcome back, Pete.
Yes. Oh, good. Right. Well, we've kind of touched on this, but I was going to talk about the challenges of streaming. It's not all fun and games. Obviously, one of the biggest challenges, if you are going hard on it, is trying to grow, getting the word out, and trying to entice people into actually watching your content.
Okay, so I mean, just before, cause I don't think you've got it down, but just we might as well cover what Anto said actually about kind of personal lives, because that's something that will impact a lot of streamers, whether it's relationships or children, like Anto mentioned, and it is actually really tough. I limit myself to 3 streams a week. I generally, a lot of people will stream 5 to 7 days a week and fit it in maybe after work, 2 hours here, 3 hours there. I'd always say less streams, longer hours is always better. Not saying that's definite for everyone. That's just what's worked for me. I always have dedicated time to my family, so I will switch my phone off.
Yeah.
Between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. every single day, and that's definitely kind of dedicated to the family. And it's kind of, I mean, I know as a very close friend of mine that's a Twitch streamer, and he's probably going to give up in summer, and his content is far better than mine. It's amazing, but because he hasn't got the kind of support system at home from his partner, he just cannot spend the time networking. He can't do anything, which is a shame. But I think it's something you got to have I had a very frank conversation with my wife. I was self-employed before I started Twitch streaming, and I said, look, I ain't going to make money off this. But I was a stay-at-home dad anyway. I said, I can fit this around the family. And her was very honest. And at the start, she wasn't very happy about it. But we kind of came to that conversation of, if I can do it and tie it in and not kind of sacrifice anything personally, then she was happy. And you kind of have to come to that agreement first of all. Don't get me wrong. Every night I stream, I get about 3 or 4 hours sleep after a stream. I don't recommend it, but it's what I do to do what I do. I spend a lot of time tired. I get a lot of migraines. That's why I don't ever stream a day after I've done a stream, because I know that I'd end up cancelling them because I'm dying with a migraine. So yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, scheduling is one of the most important things to get. Well, scheduling is one of the biggest challenges to streaming. Keeping a consistent schedule, that's something I used to struggle with a lot. But I'm kind of not lucky, kind of equally lucky and unlucky. I don't have a girlfriend or anything. Take from that what you will. And my job is kind of good hours, kind of gives me the days free to do whatever. So I'm kind of lucky in a scheduling standpoint, so I can stream a lot more days than a lot of other people are. I don't have as many responsibilities. Maybe one day I'll have to stream less, and maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's not a good thing. We'll see.
Oh, there you go. So Baptic there saying he cannot commit to a schedule. To pin my weekly streaming to a tweet. Yeah, I mean, you got to get the word out there as much as possible. I mean, I never had a schedule at the very start, but like I say, since I decided I wanted to stream 9 months ago, I've had a set schedule. I've never missed a stream. I think the only time I missed a stream was Christmas. And a lot of people do get to know your schedule, and they will turn up like 5 minutes before you go live, and they'll find it funny to type in the chat, "Hi, I'm here." So I think schedules are important, but not everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's mostly important for the return viewers, so they know when to expect you, basically.
I suppose another thing is, if you can always try and at least start at the same time, maybe not have the same days, but always know you're going to start at the same time. Yeah.
Because then it lines up with like when they finish work or school, or have a bit of time before their dinner or whatever it is. Yeah, I think timing is definitely important. And that's that's something I've noticed more recently with my stream when I've been employing a lot more, I don't want to use the word tactics, a lot more things to try and keep people coming in, like the sound effects and the currency systems, the giveaways and viewer games, all these sort of things to try and keep people interested and make it a bit more interactive. And obviously this podcast as well, recent addition, but this is, as far as I'm aware, one of the most interactive podcasts. Maybe? Am I safe in saying that? Does anyone else do this? Maybe, probably.
I know that I've been, it's weird. I've been asked to do a few podcasts, but I always instantly say no. But I like you, Jams.
Oh.
I like your style. I like your content. So I want to do one with Jams.
Well, we're glad to have you. I'm sure everyone in chat is glad you're here as well.
You kind of swept over that. That is a challenge in itself. Is making people stick around. One of the challenges is making people stay in chat and making people, first of all, clicks. One thing that I think a lot of people miss out on is, like I say, when people are kind of scrolling through the thumbnails as to which streamer to watch, it really pays to have something different going on your screen to try and get them to click on it. So again, that's what I mean. The stock overlays you get are great, but they all look exactly the same. Twitch logos is something that it really grinds my gears because they all look the same. It's all the kind of same style with the illuminous color, whether it's red or blue or green, usually outline. You can have a logo that looks a bit different, an overlay that looks a little bit different. That's why a lot of my scenes are very colorful, very bright, is to try and catch people's eyes. I mean, I'm not a Viking. I'm not from Scandinavia. I wear a Viking hat. You know, I put bright, colorful things in my beard so people look at me and go, "Whoa, yes. What's this guy doing?"
Definitely eye-catching. Whenever I see your stream, not in like the sea of like the browsing page and all sorts. Whenever I see yours, it's always like full of emotes and like you're big in the middle with some sort of a face mask on with the glasses and the hype train going on in the background. I'm like, whoa, click on this guy. What the hell's going on here? I see that a lot in your chat as well. It's like, well, I clicked your video to see what the hell was going on.
But no, and keeping people in chat, so whenever my chat goes quiet, I always hit the the raffles, the token hunts.
Yeah.
Like you said, chat games are good, but what I always try to do mentally is, if my chat's falling quiet, I know a lot of people have my stream up in the background while they're either working, or they'll have a lurker system up and they'll be watching several streams at once. And I know people have told me they'll listen out for the sound effect that plays for the token hunt.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they all come in. And then I try to have something mentally prepared to say instantly as soon as that. So I'm like, right, I've lost the chat here. It's gone quiet.
Bring him back in with the hunt and then keep him.
And then, exactly. So then hit the token hunt and try and think of a topic of conversation or do something or say something that tries to keep them on my stream and not drift out, doing the work that they're supposed to be doing or watching something. Because it is hard to keep the chat constant for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And you do have to avoid dead air. We all do it. Anyone that says they don't have dead airs, they're either a god amongst men or they're lying.
Yeah.
But trying to stop, because people don't realize that when a lot of people come into your stream, if they come and you're just playing a game and there's dead air for, I don't know, 30 seconds, whatever, they will just leave. I do it. I don't even say hi. I pop in, and because you don't know what to talk about a lot of the time. If you just say, you don't want to say hi, you want to kind of respond to something the streamer's saying. So if you go in and nothing's happening, they're just playing PUBG, staring, concentrating. Like I say, unless they're kind of next level godlike gameplay, I'm just like, okay, next.
Yeah, I think it's that's where chat comes in to sort of help you. And like if you've got mods, like Pete is usually in my stream, so I'm usually constantly chatting back and forth with Pete and Fritz and everyone who is all my regulars basically. So I think that sort of helps prevent dead air. I don't know, this is just in my head. Maybe I can get some feedback now from the chat. You can't really hear it now because I turned it down, but I've been having just music but sort of only background music to sort of fill any silence. I don't. It's still like dead air if I'm not saying anything, but at least it's not just silent. There's just a constant, just chillaxing, beat at least going on that maybe prevents some awkwardness sometimes. But I don't. Maybe that's just me who thinks that. And I know you've got like
a little bit of music.
Yeah, you've got all the
I like
pirate music and stuff.
Well, I like it because it also hides any kind of microphone audio flaws.
Yeah,
it kind of it's eliminated by music. So it's like
definitely.
But no, constant conversations. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be talking to anyone in chat, even if you're just kind of talking through what you're doing in the game.
Yeah, that's a good default. If you're struggling on things to say, just commentate on what you're doing. It's like, okay, now I'm going to do this because this, and that will get me this, and then I'll do this, and just talk shit.
or I talk about my favorite ice cream flavors.
Yeah, just anything. I had a huge, probably an hour-long conversation about foam shrimp and nanas on my stream.
Yes.
It's just, you talk about anything will get a conversation going, and make people stick around and join in. So yeah, that's. Have you got any other secrets for making people stick around?
I'm not sure. I need to think. I didn't prepare for today. I'm going to be honest.
That's fine. I hardly. This is probably the most I've prepared for it. I wouldn't worry about it.
But no, yeah. I mean, like I said, people. It's an old marketing thing in it where if you don't grab somebody's attention within the first, I don't know, what is it, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, something like it's a multiple of 2. Anyway, you've lost them completely. So you just need to have something always happening. Don't ever rely on gameplay unless you are like competitive level. Is basically so. Just try and think outside the box, man. Just it makes your especially when people are scrolling through the thumbnails. That's an important one. What is on your screen that makes people click on your thumbnail? Making sure the titles of your streams are not. Someone did one the other day, and I was like, stop doing that. Or don't ever have like help me reach affiliate or help me partner push or exclamation mark donate. Exclamation mark sub. Something I always say as well. Try and keep it positive, and also never put the focus on trying to get money out of people.
Oh yeah. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, same with your panels. Don't have your number one panel. Donate, because again, first thing I do when I go into a Twitch channel is go to have a look at the panel to try and quickly learn a bit about them. If the first thing I see is give me money, I need to eat, I'm like, oh god.
Often it's the only panel they have as well. There's no about me section. It's literally just a big give me money button. It's like, oh, okay, well, no. I'm not going to give you money, and I'm not going to watch you buy.
Real. What other challenges have we got?
I was just gonna say about with enticing people to stay. That's really the main problem with all these follow for follow people, because you get the numbers, but they're not gonna actually come back and watch you, and that's the people that watch you. That's the most important thing. And if you don't have them, you can have 50,000 followers, but if only 5 of them come and watch you every day, what's the point of having 50,000 followers? That's just the main problem with all of those. So
I think you must, again, unless you already are very aware of Twitch and Twitch growth before you start, I think everybody at some point has started out on the follow to follow train because they don't know better. I think something Twitch communities are very good at doing are demonizing people for doing things like this. I did before I got affiliate. That's how I got my 50 followers for affiliate, because I didn't know any better. It wasn't until I joined. Oh, I can mention T-San on your stream because you're on T-San as well.
Yes, indeed.
And Twitch communities that people are like, oh, you don't. Well, I got absolutely pulled to shreds for even mentioning. I did a post saying, "Yo, I'm behaving beardly. If you happen to drop me a follow, I'll make sure I'll give you a follow back." And I got pulled to shreds for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know any better. I just did not know any better. Obviously, that never happened. I don't do that anymore. But you got to bear in mind, especially that Twitch allows 13-plus-year-olds and the younger generations. That's what you do on Instagram. That's how you get followers. It's follow. that's Instagram and Twitter. That's pretty much what it is, and they don't know any better. So there you go. One Arm Gambit. I did that at the start.
Yeah,
When I started, I did follow for follow. I think everyone does, and people.
It's just as soon as you realise that, oh, that's not actually going to help me, then you just need to make the switch to not doing it, basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, it helps with the affiliate, I guess. I got affiliate by just playing a lot of Jackbox, and just gets a lot of followers by its very nature, and gets better averages. That's how I got mine.
Yeah.
At that point, I didn't really know what being an affiliate meant either, to be honest, because I think it was very new when it first came out, maybe.
Yeah. It was only just before I got affiliate it actually came out. I think. I can't remember. Oh no, something. No, I think it was affiliate, because someone told me that, and they're like, "Oh, affiliate's quite a new thing."
Yeah, I remember when I first went to watch you, I had just about become affiliate.
Yeah.
So I think I had like an emote and everything, and I was a bit excited. I was probably spamming it in your chat or something.
Gosh, no, I didn't have an emote for ages. I didn't even know I could have an emote. I remember getting my first sub, and it was so bad. I didn't know that bits were money. I thought it was like a fake, like a point system, and someone donated me bits, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really explain it. You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Clue. It was. Someone was told me in chat. I went, I know, right? You've seen the clip where I went bright red on stream.
Yeah.
I've never been so red in my life. I went beetroot red when someone in my chat had to explain to me that people were giving me money. I was like, oh.
Bioptic Saurus, yeah, variety streamer. I think I'm definitely a variety streamer. I know, well, Beardly, you're like mostly Sea of Thieves and have been from the start, so I don't know whether you'd class yourself as a variety streamer or not. But I definitely am. I guess you have to at least I think you have to concentrate on making people follow you because of you and not the game. So you need to hook them with your personality, and you need to, make them like you and not just what you're playing, especially if you're a variety streamer.
Can I share another one of Beardly's unpopular opinions?
Of course.
I don't think it matters at all what game you're playing.
Oh yeah.
If you're going for variety or entertainment streamer, one thing I'll always say to people when they ask me for advice, and my advice is to all streamers: are you ready, guys? Are you ready? This is a golden nugget right here.
Right,
Don't take advice. Don't take advice. So much advice applies to what people have either been told by other streamers or is based purely on their experience as a streamer. Play Fortnite. Play Fortnite. No, seriously, I put a poll out. It wasn't even that long ago, and I says, right, here's a list of games I'm going to move on to because I stopped playing I've put Sea Thieves down to 1 day a week, and I play different games over nights a week. I said, these are the list of games I want to play. I had a list of about 10 different games. 80% of people said they tune in purely for the beard.
Yeah.
They literally could not
definitely see a lot of that. Definitely see a lot of that in chat.
When I play story games, I notice that my viewer count is maybe 20 viewers less. My chat's a lot quieter. Even I struggle a bit more to keep my entertainment levels up, but I keep those streams in there because I need to do it mentally for myself, because I don't want to burn myself out, and it's quite a nice chilled out. So obviously, the type of game you play can have an effect, not necessarily the game you're playing. So obviously, there's Fortnite, but there's a billion other online multiplayer games. I wouldn't even say battle royale games. I just say online multiplayer games, because whether I play Rocket League or it could be Fortnite or Overwatch, my viewer numbers never change.
Yeah.
Unless it's a brand new game. I have noticed that if I play a brand new game that's just come out, a AAA game, so like Mortal Kombat I played a couple of weeks ago, on the week it was released, and that did do a massive boost. I think in one stream I had 80 new followers, and my viewer count went up by about 30. But that's the only time I've ever really seen that happen. Yeah,
I mean, with that, I know I've done this. People go into a stream playing the game to see what the game's like, and it's like, oh, I wonder if I should buy this game. Is it good? Is it fun?
Well, that's something you got to be prepared for. Because when I was playing Mortal Kombat, so many people came in saying, "Oh, I'm thinking of buying this. What do you think?" And I repeated myself probably 50 times that whole stream about what my. But you've got to be prepared for that.
Yeah, I saw you got it a little bit on Sea of Thieves, and I've definitely got this as well. When people also come in with like basically tech support questions, which is like, oh, this is, hey streamer, I don't know, this isn't working on my game. Do you know how to fix it? I got that of playing, of all things, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time from like 2002, and some guy came in the chat and is like, oh, when I start up this game, I get a black screen. Can you help me, please? It's like, oh, well, I can try. No, not really my forte, but I'll give it a go. Yes, that's something you can expect, at least. People coming in just purely for the game as well, but not many. But yeah, it's not all doom and gloom and not all challenging. There are definitely a lot of rewarding aspects to streaming, and I think one of the best is, and I've been really liking how my community is growing. Just building up your own little community is just the best feeling. I'm just loving how like active everyone is. Everyone's either in this chat or in the Discord chat, sharing memes and all sorts, just chatting with each other. I'm sure they like you said, when you reach 2K, they're more like friends than followers, and it's a great feeling when you're like, oh, these guys, they like me, but I also like them. It's just great.
No, I think that's something that does deserve a lot of focus, because I don't think Twitch viewers appreciate how much of an impact they have on the streamer themselves and how much it is actually appreciated. I'm closer to some of my viewers than I am IRL friends.
Yeah.
No, it is absolutely crazy, and I hate when sometimes especially when you use Twitch communities, a lot of people you'll see, I have the best community because I got donated this amount. It is not about money. I mean, it's I don't know. It's amazing to have that many people around you that want to see you do well and support you. Because let's face it, IRL, there is not many people that do for any streamer. You might have a partner that does. You might have immediate family members and friends that do. Outside of that, people just don't get it. Generally, in the real world, and if you try to explain it to them, they're just like, "What? You just play games?" And it's like, oh.
Yeah, I get that with my parents. That the only question they ever ask is, "How many followers you've got? How much money are you making?" And that's the only question they ever ask. Not like what you're playing, what you're doing. It's that's just the main thing that anyone really asks is, how many followers you got? Are you famous yet? Can you pay off my mortgage? No? Okay then, keep at it.
Oh, what's Leo saying? When Black Ops 4 came out, it blew up because all the popular streamers played it. But now, well, that's specific to a game, not a channel. Guarantee you a Black Ops 4 streamer is still getting the same viewers now than what they did when they was playing it when it came out. Doesn't matter how big the game is, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just any game's gonna have its ups and downs. Yeah. Just especially with the battle royale games, everyone's fighting for the top spot, trying to dethrone Fortnite. So that's all gonna shift around.
When the top 3 biggest streamers were playing Sea of Thieves, it did not have an impact on my viewer numbers anyway.
Yeah.
So that blew out of nowhere for like a month when, what was it, Shroud, Ninja, and someone else were playing Sea of Thieves, and it went mental.
Boy.
It took the number 1 spot on Twitch. I didn't get no more viewers. I didn't get any less viewers. It made zero difference.
Yeah. It's like, if people are going to watch Ninja, they're not going to stop watching Ninja, go to the browse page, scroll down, and click someone else. Not really.
There you go. Shroud, Ninja, Tim the Tapman, and Courage. Thank you, Bioptic.
Yeah, oh, that's a lot of big names.
No, it was crazy. It was a number 1 streamed game for 2 weeks.
Tell your parents not to go in your room. Mom, get out of the room. I'm streaming. I do get about that.
That is a challenge, trying to find a space where you're not going to be interrupted.
Yeah. So I had to explain to them like what stream was and how it works, purely so they weren't like walking in. But even then, my dad still walks in his dressing gown in the background and saying, "Oh, James, this thing's not working on my PC. Can you quickly?" It's like, Dad, you know you're on camera, right? just stood there in his dressing gown. Yeah, I'm sure Pete remembers that.
It's probably using that as an excuse. He's more concerned that you're singing "Let It Go" on Twitch Sings and wants to see what the hell's going on.
Well, that did happen. That did happen. It's like, what the hell are you doing in here?
I feel so sorry for my parents, to be fair. Not parents, my next door neighbours. I don't live with my parents. I haven't done for many years. But my next door neighbours, when I'm trying to bust out Britney Spears in the middle of the day on Twitch Sings.
Oh dear. Well, at least you don't do it at the end of your stream at 3 in the morning.
No, I couldn't do that.
But yeah. Yeah. In summary, I think building a community is one of the best things about it. It's really cool. It's really cool, and you can just sort of see it. Even in my Discord, I can just see the numbers going up and the chats going up, and even now I can see I've got like messages in lots of different sections since I've been streaming. So it's all popping off. It's really cool.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm genuinely sort of stupidly excited about getting to meet a lot of people either at London Twitch meetup, or I'm toying with the idea of going to San Diego this year for the TwitchCon as well. And like, I'm genuinely more excited about that than I've been about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It would be really, really cool. I mean, I know it would be pretty cool if I met you in real life.
I told you when I first met you, I was like, I'm going to have a pint with you one day.
Yeah. The offer for the free Taco Bell still stands as well.
No, I've had a Taco Bell now.
Oh, you have?
It was awful.
Awful? What'd you get?
It was I don't know. It was a drive-through only one near me, and my churros taste like deep fried oil. There was no.
No. You got a bad batch. You got a bad batch.
Right, you know what? Forget this. We're going to talk about Taco Bell.
JamsHams Judgement, Taco Bell. It's the only fast food I get. I love it.
Oh no, I'm a KFC man.
Yeah, well, that's fair. You can get a KFC burrito as well, I suppose. So, I guess that counts.
Never even seen a Taco Bell. You're not missing much, Leo.
No, they've only just come to the UK, so I'm sure they'll make their way over. Tacos, Mexican food, basically, but not good Mexican food. Just if you want some greasy meat in you, then go to Taco Bell.
Oh, actually, while we're talking about community, is this something that you struggle with? I try not too much to get involved personally. Like, I get a lot of questions about girls or people that want to break up with their partners, and they want your advice on IRL stuff, and I just kind of very vague answer things. I don't want to give some kind of advice that causes life-changing or crippling effects, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you
get it a lot.
We don't know your whole situation. We can't possibly make a judgment for you, but I mean, you can give very vague advice like, "Oh, do what you think's best for you," or I don't know. That's pretty much all you can say. Like, do what you think.
I've had people that are facing like major surgeries and stuff, and have come because obviously they watch your stream every day. They get some kind of affiliation, and they obviously have some sort of connection there. But I've had people come up to me with like potentially life-ending illnesses and things, and I'm like, oh my god, what do I say? Is that, and I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird situation. This is so obviously at the start of the stream it says things we knew from the start. I wish I kind of mentally prepared myself for that kind of. I never expected that kind of thing to happen, and it does happen a lot. And I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, sometimes it comes out of the blue because people are talking to you about the game you're playing and what you're doing, and then they're like, "Oh well, by the way, I'm gonna divorce my wife." What do you reckon about that?
No, I don't mind talking. Obviously, I'm more than happy to kind of talk and chat with them, but when they're asking for advice, I'm just like, man, I'm don't do this. Trolls are great when you've dealt with this. Everyone's got a different attitude to dealing with trolls. I just banhammer instant. Don't give them the time. I don't engage. Some streamers create content out of trolling the trolls, which is amazing. And if you can do that, then great. But be careful, because you can make yourself a target if you do that. So depending on how you can manage it and how good you are, then great. If not, I mean, I just don't risk it. I just right click ban hammer. I don't even let the chat see what's been said.
Yeah, definitely. I've got all the mod settings and everything. If anything that could even feasibly like affect my channel in any way, just no, not happening, banned. Yeah, the mods. Thank you, Pete.
And us,
Thank
the
you,
mods.
Pete. The first line of defense.
Go get him, Pete. Troll names do make me laugh, though. Yes, Bioptic. So the Mr. Swallow, I'm sure we all know a Mr. Swallow. Mr. Swallow always appears in every streamer's channel, and like you can don't get Swallow. Don't get upset with them, because half of the time I found when I first started streaming, I would just ban them for having names like that. And then you find out that 9 out of 10, they've had that same account name forever, and they're actually cool people, and they're actually really funny, and they like the fact that you're like, oh, hello, Mr. Swallow, we've got another one, and they actually have a bit of a laugh with you.
Yeah, I only ban them on site if they've got like racist names or something that's going against terms of service. That like, okay, you are trying to get me banned, so you have to go.
That's something you have to do as well, is learn how to use commands that either clear your Twitch chat, hide the most recent follower, because that's something I didn't know at the start. And then you've got a very, a hard N word as a follower, and you're like, I don't know how to get rid of this. So it's just knowing those commands. Also, be careful with song requests. If you've got song requests on in your stream title, people will come in and try and play a song that obviously is not Twitch safe if you haven't got any kind of moderation on there. So that's just something else to be aware of that I didn't know about either. And what they'll do is they'll try and clip it and report it. So they'll come in, make a song request that's inappropriate, clip it and report it to try and get you banned.
Yeah. That's why I've never ever had automatic song requests on. I've always said like, if you want a song played, tell me in the chat and I'll put it on Spotify. If that's back when I even did song requests. But I know Devoys had that exact problem the other day. He posted about it in T-Cern.
I had a chat with him about it. I just have very heavy mod settings on, so it has to be classified as a song on YouTube. It has to have 90% likes to dislike score, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think everyone's had bad experiences with song requests. It's just it's a risk you got to take when you give chat some level of control over what happens.
Sound effects as well, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that's my channel. If you have any sound effect commands on your channel, put a 30-second cooldown on them.
Yep, that's what I did. I've got a 2-minute cooldown on mine.
There we go.
I added mine a few days ago, actually. I'm sorry, Pete. The sound effects are disabled for the podcast. I'm sorry.
I got jams, hams.
Yeah. So I think we have to talk about the thing, the M word, the money.
What's that? Oh, okay.
The thing that I always get asked by every one of my family members and friends is just, okay, well, yeah, it's fine you're having fun, but what about the money? So in my mind, money is just the cherry on top of the streaming. You can do all of this, you can get a community, and you can be having fun, and you get paid for it. It's the icing on top, the cherry on the cake. It's great. And like I said before, I've probably spent more on the stream than I've got from it. I've only had one payout so far. I think I'm just about there for the second payout, but that's it. It's really not about. I'm sure it's about money for a lot of people, but for me at least, it's not about the money at all. It's just a nice bonus, really.
Well, this is what I was obviously I mentioned earlier about kind of different situation stuff, and again, this is something you get demonized for when you mention it. So I've always kind of avoided the topic, especially in Twitch streamer groups. When last year, 9 months ago, I decided I'm going to do this full time, or try and be a Twitch streamer. I very much had money in mind from the get go, and that's because I had a decision. I took 1 year off paternity. and if I couldn't make enough income on Twitch, then I was going back to work. So I had to.
Yeah.
That was so. I was like, well, my focus is money, and I got a lot of grief from people for saying you shouldn't make money a focus. I'm like, it's fine if you don't have to. You know, you're very lucky that you don't have to. But unfortunately, in my situation, if I want to be on Twitch, then I have to make it my focus.
Yeah.
Like
anything extra is always welcome.
No, definitely. And I was a marketing coach and career coach before I started on Twitch streaming. So I came in maybe a bit blind, really, thinking that I could easily get to Twitch partner. I've kind of forgotten what I was saying here now. But I've always put a business plan together, and I structured everything, which a lot of people will say that sucks the fun out of Twitch streaming. But yeah, I put every hour of every day that I possibly can into my channel. Yeah, I've been earning probably half of what my salary was before I started Twitch streaming for the last 7 months. So you know, I'm doing okay. I'm making enough money from Twitch to subsidize.
Yeah,
but I'm subsidizing because my wife works full time anyway, and so I am making half of what my previous salary was, which is pretty good to say I'm not a partner, I think. But one thing I would say as well is people expect to make a lot from Twitch, and a lot of people think that once they get to partner, they will make a ton off Twitch. I know out of all the partners I know, only 2 actually make proper full-time wages. So what you'd get from a proper full-time job from Twitch. A lot of partners I know actually put a lot of time, effort, and money into getting to partner, and they're actually sometimes they don't even make a payout. And it's like, wow.
It's just the next step, and there's still a lot of grinding you have to do afterwards if you really want to make it a full-time thing. I guess I'm obviously we're very different like follower and viewer levels, so I think you have to obviously plan around your money, because you're getting money, but whereas I don't really need to worry about money because, you know, I'm not getting any money. So it's like it's good that you have all the knowledge and stuff to plan around it and say, okay, so if I'm projected to make this much, then I'll be able to, I don't know, buy a banana for my son. I don't know how parenting works.
That's how it works. Yeah, we've got to get those bananas.
But yeah, I mean, right now I know I've got the sub goal there, but that is purely because I want more emote slots. I'm really waiting for that emote slot. I want to move the ban hammer down to tier 1. That's the aim for the sub goal, but not the actual cash.
No, because I suppose I focus on a lot of things a lot of other streamers probably don't, and it's I focus a lot on social media networking tools that are available to people that a lot of streamers probably don't know or care about, including paid for boosted posts and things like that. So I mean, I take advantage of those, which I think a lot of streamers just don't even entertain the idea of. But again, that's because my situation is completely different. I need to earn a certain level of income for my channel, otherwise I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, you've certainly reached that level. You've brought it to new heights. So, like, yeah, I don't think I've said this, but the level of growth on your channel it's insane. It's like you can really tell that you've put this work in, because it's just insane. That's all. I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know. I was naive to think that it'd be a lot quicker when I first started, because again, I put this whole kind of idea and plan it. I'm like, right, what is it? By March this year, I figured I'd be partnered.
Well, you're bordering on it.
You don't know any better. You don't know. I think I'm a long way. I don't think people realize how elusive or exclusive that the verified partner tick is, to be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah, they need to be very careful, because I've noticed a lot on the Twitch social media, they're using just smaller streamers that are still verified as basically advertising. They're like, I've seen on Instagram, they do a lot of like Instagram takeovers where they give the Twitch Instagram to a partnered streamer they take control of the whole thing and add to the stories. So they just need to be super careful, because it's just, in the end of the day, it's just a random guy that they've probably not even met who could put anything on the whole Twitch Instagram. So it needs to be very, very trust based, and like, yeah, we know for sure that you're not gonna spew out the big oopsies.
Well, the last time I looked at it, there is this is not in total, there is 2 million people streaming on Twitch every single month. And I think out of that, there's only 25,000 people in total that are partner streamers. It's next to nothing.
Yeah.
It's like
It's an exclusive club for sure. This is a bit of a weird one. Some of you might not think this is a reward of streaming, but I like the fact that it's challenging. It's not just an easy ride. I know personally it's challenged me to sort of think on my toes a bit, especially recently. I've been thinking, okay, how am I gonna improve and grow? So I put my brain to work as to how I could mangle together a weird semicircular green screen that hangs from my ceiling, made these overlays, even though I have hardly any Photoshop skill. I've just been trying to teach myself some new skills that will help me in the wrong one. Can you ask about a subject that's controversial? Yeah, sure.
Go for it, Bioptic.
Whether we answer it.
And we can always come back to what we're talking about.
You're getting a green screen too. Let's see where we are.
Challenging. Oh no,
yeah,
definitely.
It's challenging.
Here we go. Lurker are sites that use. Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah,
By
lurkers. Yeah.
So before I say anything, because I think Jams is going to have a completely different attitude to me, so I want Jams to go first on this.
It's weird. I've got a love-hate relationship. The lurking thing. It's nice that it gives you numbers, but I think it's good you have numbers, but the numbers only really help if you. The numbers help. I'm trying to phrase this right. The numbers help to push you up on like the browsing sites, so people don't have to like scroll down as much to actually find you. Because if you see a streamer with more viewers, you're more likely to click on them because you think, okay, they've got a lot of viewers, they must have good content. But when you then click on someone who has, say, 100 viewers or 200 viewers, you click on them and then their chat is completely empty, you're like, oh, so they just use view bots. Because viewers don't know what these lurker sites are. So they just assume that you're view botting, I think. The average viewer will not know what a lurk team is or all of that stuff. But yeah, it's useful to bump you up to maybe get a bit more exposure, but as far as I can tell, other than that, there's no point. I tried one out, but I don't use it anymore.
Okay, so first of all, Bioptic, awesome question. It's faced with a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
I have a different attitude to lurkers completely, and I had the same same attitude when I first kind of came across. I mean, me and Jams both know someone that has been whose channel's absolutely fallen through the floor because they used a lurker system to get extremely high numbers, apply for partner. It all absolutely fell through the ground because it is empty views, and now they're starting from scratch, and they could have spent that time better. But like anything, you've got to look at things like that and think, how can I use this as a tool to actually promote growth for my channel and my brand? So lurkers, so for those people that don't know what a lurker is, it's basically a website where you can watch 10 streams at once. Communities of streamers will all have these pages open, so they're all basically watching 10 streams each to really inflate viewer numbers. I have 3 PCs running right now. Each one has 10 streams on, so each PC has a lurker on. I use lurkers for what's called hyper networking. So I will go onto one lurker and I will jump into each chat. I will have conversations in each chat. I will be chatting in as many as possible, and that really gets my name out there to the point where it creates a false sense of size. the amount of channels I go into, and they'll lose their head. They're like, oh my God, Beardly's here. They don't even know my channel or content. They've just seen my name floating about in other channels. And talking about when you meant say it inflates viewer numbers and it's an empty chat. If you've got that many people on a lurker, chances are there's someone, half of them are probably, well, not probably half, probably less, but a lot of people are watching them lurkers. And like I said, it's same as the Twitch cover page. If your thumbnail stands out, if your name is being circulated, if they recognize that brand or whatever or whatever else it is, they will listen to your, they'll turn the volume up, they'll chat in your stream. So it's just another opportunity to get more eyes on your channel. If you're not using that to its full advantage to get those people to stay in your channel, look on your channel, or click on your channel, then that's just something you're doing wrong. But to overlook lurkers, to shun them, to just say, no, I'm not using them because I think they give you false viewers, is a little bit close-minded, I think. And again, it's one of my unpopular opinions. And all these lurkers are linked to huge Discord channels. So if you're not in that Discord channel, just at least getting your name about in that channel, then again, you're missing a huge opportunity, because there'll be thousands of streamers in there, thousands of potential viewers that you're just completely ignoring because you have a little bit of a negative opinion towards lurker communities.
Well, I think there's a bit of a difference. So when I think your view of lurking is like, I was more concentrating on the automated lurking systems. I think if you actually go in there and say hi, and then leave a lurk, I have people leave lurks on my channel all the time. And I greatly appreciate it because it helps out. But I don't agree with the mass scale. So if say we're both part of TSAN, often I'll go to TSAN's our stream team. So I go through the TSAN stream team page, and I'll say hi and stuff, and then I'll say, I'll leave a lurk for you, because it's a nice gesture and just gives them a little boost. But if I just don't agree with a lot of the huge lurker things seem very cold and empty and purely about numbers.
Do we want to say the name of the one that we all know we're talking about, or should we avoid it?
Sure.
We can avoid it. It'd be a royal pain in the backside to try and skirt around the subject. But
we all know.
My attitude is that it has so many members, and if you're not, to be fair, I don't take advantage of that particular community, but I'm in so many of the other big ones. And if you're not taking advantage of the pure amount, there is good people in there. Most of the people, a lot of them are just trying to make it on Twitch. They might be ill-advised on how to get it's not the best use of their time. It's hard because I think we all understand what we're trying to say, but I'm not communicating it. Probably
it's a good place to meet people.
Yeah, and if you're just gonna join all these lurker systems and Discords just to get your viewer numbers over 75 and actually do nothing to kind of build your brand and network, then it's not going to work for you. But to completely shun these systems and say no, it's just false viewers, and not use them at all, you're missing a huge opportunity. And like I said, even if you do use the point systems, if people that are coming to your channel or the people that are lurking, if you can get their attention and get them to become a regular of your channel, get them to become part of your community, then you've used them exactly for, you've used them correctly, basically. Don't get me wrong, 90% of people don't know how to use them correctly. That's a shame. Maybe these communities should communicate more how to use them correctly, if that makes sense. But they don't really care. They just want more people to join. I do know of a community. Again, I won't mention it. I don't want to. No, I won't do it. But they force you to be, a certain level of engaging in other people's streams to even be put on their lurker website, which I think is quite a nice touch. A lot of people complain about it in their community, and I think that just shows the difference between the two types of people that are in there.
It's just the encouragement factor to actually go in and talk to people rather than just, click a button on your PC and let it automatically watch streams for you.
I see Baptiste say he's not in that one. Baptiste, I think me and you are in a lot of the same ones, and I've had very positive experiences with a lot of these communities. And even so, what you find is all the same streamers are in all the same ones. I think I'm top rank in most of them, just because I lurk that many streamers and but I've got a pretty. I mean, like you say, so people could look at me and go, "Oh, it's just because Beardly's in loads of lurker channels." But then when you come and look at the percentage of people that are chatting in my channel,
your chat's like popping off, and everyone's actually talking.
And I can tell you now, when you join a lot of these lurker communities, you soon learn there is a lot of very big partnered streamers in there. So if there was that bad, they wouldn't be using them.
Yeah.
And also, sorry, I'll stop after this point. I think that's something else. If you're a new streamer and then you're just going to use them, that's where you go wrong. I waited until I had a 60 average viewership before I joined these lurker communities. So I purposefully avoided them until I had a foundation of 60 average viewers. I'm not saying 60 is some sort of magic number. That was just what I did because I felt that was a good foundation to have. So I built my community up first, and then I thought, right, I've got to this point. I want to, boost it now, and that's when I started kind of hammering these lurk communities, because I felt I'd hit a little bit of a plateau within, say, like the Twitch communities, like TSAN, like the official big group on Facebook. If you all know what it's called. I wasn't getting any more. I mean, again, we could talk about using like Facebook as a marketing tool. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I get reports on how many people engage with my Facebook page or my posts through my Facebook page. So say if I put a post in TSAN, my Facebook tells me what percentage of people out of TSAN have seen it or engaged with it.
Yeah. Any analytics are definitely useful.
Well, I know that I can't get any more growth out of TSAN. Obviously, I'm still in there. I'm still super hyperactive. It is the #1 community for me. It's amazing. But I know that I have to start looking elsewhere to get that level of growth. So like I said, I got to 60 and I'm like, right. So I turned to Discord and the lurker communities to find new viewers, basically.
Yeah. I mean, with any sort of group, you're going to have a divide of people who are there and using it properly and networking, and then people who just join it and think they're magically going to grow. You're going to get that in every single sort of Twitch-centric group or streaming-centric group. So you've got to try and get in with the right crowd, really.
It's just So like anything in life, that anything that seems too good to be true probably is, but you can still use it as a tool. Yeah.
So yeah, well, that was the. Yeah. So it was meant to be rewards, but took a bit of a tangent.
Use the advantage, exactly, Bioptic.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered. What does anyone else in the chat have any sort of rewards that they get out of streaming? Any stories maybe, or something you'd like to share?
I do know people that have met their significant others through streaming. Still hopefully yet, Jams.
Oh yeah, well maybe. Anyone? I'm single. You feel special because you're VIP rank? Yeah. Good for it. Glad you're enjoying it. Okay, Pete. Okay.
Me. I love seeing the improvement over time through my VODs. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
So I made a compilation video not so long back, and it was the evolution of Beardly, I called it. And to look back at your original clips and VODs, and then look at where you've got to, that's a really good point, actually. That is an awesome kind of feeling.
I went back to one of my old, one of the oldest VODs I have from my channel on my YouTube. And it was me and Ben, aka Miracle, who I think is still in the chat, playing some Overwatch, and it was just insane how I've changed. I didn't have a camera, I had a bad headset mic. You could hardly even hear me. You could hear Ben more than you could hear me. It was just it was still similar content, but it's just insane how it's changed. Pete, I think you have to. That's a setting you have to manually turn on. Just have a dig around in the settings for that.
Everyone, you need to activate VODs. It's in your settings, but everyone can have their streams recorded. I would definitely. Everyone needs to record their VODs. You should be watching back every single stream just to see if there's anything gone wrong with your audio quality, anything like that.
Yeah.
And what did One-Armed Gambit says? I'm disabled. I mean, the clue's in the name for One-Armed Gambit, so I don't have to find that. But yeah, no, definitely. Again, I know a few friends. I sometimes struggle IRL because I'm an extrovert. Believe it or not. I mean, I know it comes as a lot of a big surprise to people, but a lot of people cannot handle my personality. So it does give you a kind of platform to meet people, make friends, and build that sense of community, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a big thing I was gonna touch on. I realised this when I sent you the notes for the pod. You probably have no idea what I'm about to say now. You're like, oh boy. But I basically wrote in the notes I want to get a bit personal and say a few things, and did not give any more details. But basically, what I wanted to say is that's one of the main things for streaming for me. I touched on this a few streams back, but it's I'm basically a completely different person on stream than I am in real life. I find it so much easier to talk to you guys than even like sat at the kitchen table talking to my parents. It's just I'm a really shy guy. I suffer with a lot of like depression and anxiety and stuff, and streaming has helped me so much. Just I can, looking back, I can even see that I'm getting more chatty with people in real life that I don't even really know, which I'd never do before. And it's great how something seemingly unrelated, just playing games and having people watching me, has helped me so much. It's crazy, and really appreciate everyone who's helped me achieve that goal, really. Yeah, sorry, got a bit personal.
I really want to meet JamsHams IRL. Don't we all?
Maybe one day.
Just so I can stare into his beautiful eyes.
Well, I don't like driving on motorways, but if anyone wants to come down to the south coast, feel free.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take a train.
But no, I get that a lot, and Gambit mentioned a bit. I mean, there's a streamer I watch a lot who a lot of people use their kind of quirks and disabilities to and make it their content. I know there's one streamer who's very well known who's got Tourette's and has made that part of the brand and content, and it's brilliant that Twitch can. That Pete knows, sweet Anita, she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. She's so much fun as well. But yeah, it's great that Twitch has given that platform for people and can be that platform.
Yeah, it's definitely not limiting if you've got any problems, which is nice. It's nice and welcoming, and there's always people who are going to welcome you in. Obviously not. There are some people that won't welcome you in, but then you can just ban them, so it's fine.
Who's that guy in Tisan that's only got one eye? He's amazing, and he makes jokes about it all the time. He's always like, "I've got my eye on you."
He's full of puns. Yeah.
I'm sure his name's something Pirate or something as well. I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah.
I can't off the top of my head.
I'm just seeing his posts and it makes me giggle. Yeah. I dropped a load of puns down for him. Is it Cyclops?
Yeah, I think Cyclops. It's something to yeah. Even his name's a play on it.
It's so bad. It's so bad. So look, we know his brand and his style and his image because of his disability, but we've never actually been on it with stream, which just shows you can use it to your advantage.
Yeah, definitely. You use anything to your advantage. If you've got something unique about you go for it. Like a beard. A beard has fueled so much growth.
A beard is not unique ever.
I mean, hang on. Let me just. There we go. Where are my followers? where are my followers?
Pachirasu!
Yes, hello.
But yeah. There you go. We should do a test. We should do 2 streams, Jams. Do 2 streams on a Tuesday afternoon at the same time. No. 1 week wear the beard, 1 week don't wear the beard. We'll do a social experiment.
I'll wear the Viking hat as well. I'll go all out.
Actually, something you just reminded me then by saying that. one thing that, again, I wish I knew from the start of streaming is to not get upset and offended when people try to copy you or people copy your ideas. Because one thing I've kind of prided myself on is doing things that I've not seen before. Whether it is like the raid alert I have, or the fact that, you know, I've started making these little GIFs for going live posts. I always think, I've not seen anyone else do that, so I'm going to do that. When I made that raid alert initially, I saw 5 other streamers within our communities that we're in copy that idea, and I got butthurt. I got really butthurt. And then after, it took me a while, but then afterwards I was like, you know what? I won't have been the first person to do this. I certainly won't be the last. Yeah. If anything, the fact that people are copying you means that you're doing something right.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, then that's when I had a complete turnaround and just started sharing everything I do. So, like, my playlist that I play on Sea of Thieves, so many people go, this playlist amazing. You know, where did you get it? Who is it? What song is it? I'm like, it's on my YouTube. Use it on your stream. It's fine. Because what that does is, rather than people just copying you and then you being upset or maybe starting to fight about it or anything, they actually become part of your community because they're like, oh, that's amazing that you want to share. So it's just, that's what I was going back to earlier, just trying to make everything as positive as possible. What have you clipped, Anto?
Thanks,
Where are my
Anto.
followers?
That'll be a good clip. Yeah, I must admit, I have not stolen. I've used a few ideas that I've seen of you. Like, I've got well, slightly different. I've got, for like, if people sub or a mod, they've got custom sound effects that they can have and things like that. And I saw you had the emote things where they rain down whenever someone used them in chat. So that I looked into doing all that. So now I've got that and stuff. Quite often when I see something I like on stream, it's like, oh, how do they do that? And then I look into it and then see, oh, that's quite simple actually. And then sort of you know, get into it, and it's cool. Everyone can share ideas.
It is amazing the amount of questions you get asked in private messages from people you've never spoke to or heard of, and sometimes, you know, you woke up alongside the bed and you want to respond with Google it.
Yeah.
You know, people just come in, they look at you, because I'd never asked anyone. I never got any. I've self-taught everything, including, like you said earlier, you know, I've never used Photoshop, but I just watched hours worth of YouTube videos learning how to use it. And people will send you a message, say, oh, I love your 300 alert. How did you do it? And that's all you get. And you've never met this person. But like I says, if you can try and keep as positive as possible, respond to the person and just say, yeah, I'll give you a hand. And just put it in a message. What I do a lot now is, after my stream, if people ask me a question, I'll say, can you hang around after the stream? And I'll jump in a voice chat with them on Discord and just show them on a screen share really quickly.
Yeah, it's probably the simplest way.
But then they become part, like I said, they become part of your community. They really appreciate it, and they're like, you know, they'll stick around. They'll come back in future streams, probably try and take some other ideas. But rather than upsetting someone or giving yourself a bad name, just because you don't want to share that information, you know, you've gained another kind of member to your community.
Yeah,
definitely. And I've had friendships blossom from that as well, from people that have approached me and asked me stupid questions or offensive questions. Not offensive, but. I know some people, well, put it this way, someone came up to me and says, I want to follow you, follow me back. And I just put an SS in. Look, I'm assuming you're new to streaming. It's not really the right way to go about it. Let's sit down and talk about how better to kind of get followers. Yeah. And they've ended up being a really awesome streamer and like a valued member to my little community. So just shows.
That's always good. So, I mean, I guess I probably should start wrapping up in a minute here, but I think the last thing, well, one of the last things is the actual the judgment, the review. So, is streaming good? What do you reckon?
Pete, oh man, I could sit here all night, Pete. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I only need to go because of work, so.
All right. Do you want me to answer this one first then? And then
Yeah.
All right. Is streaming all right? So, as long as I think everyone needs to be more honest with what their intentions are with streaming. Like I say, I love streaming. I wouldn't do streaming if I would not do this if I didn't want to. I can very easily go back into my own career, earn twice or triple what I'm earning now. I'd hate it. I'd hate my life. Yeah. I'd rather take that, 2/3 cut, 50% cut, whatever, and stream and enjoy everything that I'm doing. My wife has said it. She's noticed a complete different. Changing my personality since I kind of started streaming. and again, I don't want to turn out people say, quit your jobs and start streaming. That's not what I'm saying. We're just saying, for me, it's been a very positive experience. It's a very positive experience for most, but it's about managing expectations. People that go into streaming and think it's going to be either, it's just like gaming, but it's, while I game, I'm going to get growth and I'm going to become a partner and all that kind of thing. If that is your intention, then know from the start you are going to have to put a shed load of hours in, and it is hard work. You will get tired. You will get headaches. You will put about 2 stone on. Well, I did anyway. And it's like I don't know, probably 15% of my time is spent streaming, and the rest is off stream working on my channel, on my network, on my community. And so again, it's just knowing what to expect. But I think Twitch streaming is fun for everybody, to be fair. It's if you get kind of tied up in, I want to get this out of it and I'm not, that you get upset. So you just got to kind of manage those expectations.
Yeah. The positives greatly outweigh the negatives. There are some negatives. Obviously the challenges we went over, all of those, but all the rewards, I'd say 100%. If you've ever wanted to even try streaming, just give it a go. I mean, you might as well. It's probably one of the most easy things you can do. All the programs you need are free, and it's very welcoming. Lots of tutorials, lots of people that can help you. Like Beardly said, he slide into a streamer's DMs and they'll probably help you out.
I don't know about that.
Choose your streamers wisely. Yeah. Choose your streamer wisely.
Become part of the community first. Is what I would always recommend. If you want to if you like what a streamer does, become part of their community, get to know them, and then maybe start asking their advice. I wouldn't just kind of slide into a streamer's DMs that you don't know and then. Yeah. But I didn't have a laptop or a PC when I started. I streamed direct off my Xbox with a Kinect camera. The Xbox has a built-in Mixer app. At the time, there was no Twitch app. I used Mixer, then I moved over to Twitch at a later date. So yeah, anyone can kind of give it a go. And the first time you stream, it'll be an embarrassment. Nobody will watch you. But it's fine. It's you build in content and quality as your viewership will grow and develop. So it's you're not going to jump into this and be massive from the start. And obviously, do it. Get involved in the communities, man. I know a lot of people kind of go, oh, but that's not me. Everyone just, I won't swear, but everyone just kisses each other's backsides. It's not my style and stuff. It's not about that, man. It's just about, you don't have to, but, get that involved. But it's a great way to learn. You can join these communities and just watch. Look at the advice that's going around. Look at the kind of things that are being said. Look at the examples of what people are doing and, take away from that and learn, basically. I never thought I'd try that out, but I'm slowly learning. Yes, Pachirasu, I've seen, but yeah, that's how most people end up getting into it. They realize that anyone can have a go at streaming.
I mean, I know I'm pretty sure a fact that I've inspired at least 2 people to give streaming a go. Pete being one of them, and Werepanther, who isn't here sadly, but him being the other one. So it's just anyone can do it, and glad I could inspire some people to give it a go. Basically, I think if you've got any interest, you might as well give it a go. But yeah.
Can I touch on what Bioptics? Sorry, just tell me if you need to go.
That's fine.
My social media game is great. Yeah, definitely. I mean, social media is such a big part of it, and people don't realize. And finding ways to grow on social media and knowing that every social media platform is completely different. Don't listen to advice when people say you've got to use this social media and not this one. Use them all. My biggest growth is on Facebook. It always has been. And 9 times out of 10, you will be told not to use Facebook, but use Twitter and Instagram. I have 350 followers on my Instagram, 350 on Twitter. I've got over 1,000 on Facebook. It's just different for everybody. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know their strengths know the social media strengths and weaknesses, know what to post on each. On Twitter, it's just about what goes on in your pretty much everyday life. I use my Facebook much more as a kind of brand and business only page. It's all going live posts. It's all about me getting statistics and getting growth. Instagram, I'm lost with Instagram. I don't get it, but I still use it. But yeah, that's wanted to quickly touch on that when you mentioned it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think my main social media, even if I don't think it can even class Discord as social media, but I use Discord
definitely.
mainly. Discord is my
Discord's
main thing, outreach, I reckon, and then probably Facebook.
Everyone, if you look at Google how analytics work on, I won't go into this because I could talk about this for hours because it's what my kind of forte is. Google algorithms, Google, how to take advantage of algorithms and stuff on Facebook is the easiest one to take advantage of. I explained this to Jams. Jams put a post up on Facebook, and it got a bit of controversy. It got a lot of comments and reactions.
A lot of comments, a lot of traction.
So I said to Jams, I says, right, get a going live post put up the next, as soon as possible, and watch how many interactions you get with it.
Yeah.
Because that previous post got all, and you got to ride that wave. Because Facebook will automatically boost your post up the algorithm, the more traction, the more engagement you get. So I find Facebook is by far my best one.
I mean, ever since that, even now, my live posts are getting more likes and stuff. I reckon ever since that thing blew up, it's just.
To give you an example, when I built this PC, I knew what I was getting. Someone helped me build it. But I put on Facebook, hi guys, I'm building a new PC. Here's some specs I'm looking at. Can I get your advice? I got about 600 comments and God knows how many engagements on it on these groups. I already knew what PC I was getting. I put that post purely for engagement. So I knew, just to keep myself on top of those algorithms.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. Do posts that have aimed to get you engagement, but at the same time, don't aim for controversy. Yeah, don't give yourself a bad name.
That's the big post we were talking about was controversial. It wasn't meant to be. It
just became that way.
It was just controversial because of the people commenting. But yeah, I mean, get the good out of it, I suppose, if you can, but don't aim for it. So let's have a look here. What have we missed anything? I don't think that's it. Well, are there any last questions or comments or stories, things, anything really that we can touch on, or are we just about done and are we about to wrap up?
Nope.
Nope. All done. All done. You can leave now. Oh, Fritz has something. Go on. We're waiting.
If it's can you have my number, then certainly.
Oh. There you go.
Bachirasu, you can ask me anything anytime. I had to think. Howdy.
Okay. All right then.
Fritz basically says, I have something to say, and then panicked when we respond and says, okay, we'll wait. And like, oh no, what do I say? Try and look cool. Howdy.
Hello.
I have a free average viewer. I want partner. Come watch me. No, we touched on that earlier. And I was saying always avoid putting it in the title of your streams. Like, help me get to partner. Day. Who did it said the other day? Day 370 of partner push. Hold on.
Well, maybe you should change your approach then.
No.
You mean that's over a year. Oh boy. But yeah, if that's everything, I will wrap it up specifically for the YouTube video. So thank you all for watching.
Bye bye YouTubes.
Yeah, bye YouTube. This has been JamsHams Judgement. We have been reviewing streaming. This has been JamsHams, and this has been Behaving Beardly. We will hope to see you, or I will hope to see you next week. Bye bye.